Okay. Well, I don't want that camera. I want this camera. This camera is my favorite camera. Can you hear me now? Does that work? Because I'm thinking because I had that camera turned off that now it should work. So if someone wants to give me the hooray, yes, it's working, that would be great. Just give you a couple of minutes. Okay, Glenda. Do I have sound now? Okay. Do I have sound now? Or is it still no sound? Let's see. Is anyone going to reply to me? Oh, yep, I've got a reply. Excellent. Okay, so where was I? I am playing with the Love This Moment set. Perfect. Okay, so I'm cutting, I don't know what started happening. I'm cutting up some 1-inch strips of the beautiful, now I'm going to have to remember what everything's called again, Lighter Than Air Designer Series paper. All right, I'm just going to cut 3 because I don't think I'll need many more than that. And I'm actually going to cut them, I might cut them in half. Okay, just so that I can, so they're currently now, they're little 3-inch strips, 3 by 1-inch strips, and I only cut them with 1 inch because, yeah, wrong camera. Let's go to this camera. Right, so that little one, I don't want that one, I want this one. We're going to go to this camera down here. Right. Oh, technology. Love it. Okay, so what I'm trying to do, and if anyone knows how to work it, I'm trying to get it so that my head's down here so that I can talk to you at the same time, but it's not wanting to let me play. It'll let me do it with the big camera at the front, and I think, I'm not sure how, I'm not sure how I do it. Yeah, so that one there is like, see how I can get the little one down when I want it that way, but I can't get it the other way. So I don't know how to do it, but anyway, it is what it is. I'll just play. I'll keep playing more. So I've just cut these into 3-inch. So I've cut my 1-inch strips. Now I'm just cutting them in half, so they're just 3 inches. Okay, no biggie. All right. So yeah. So what I'm going to do is, one of the things I noticed, if when I'm looking really close, like, you know how you put your glasses on and you look really, really close at the screen, if I do that, no, it's not going to work. When you look really close at the screen, like you squint at everything, I can see, get this, I have a table full of stuff and no ink. Okay. Oh, look, I've got 1 ink pad on the table. I'm so not organised today. I've got Pebble Path on the table. That's not going to cut it. Okay. That is not going to cut it. So I'm going to grab 2 ink pads. Actually, I can do it with Pebble Path, but yeah, that's not going to cut it. And I don't know where. I don't know where my Highland tether is. Pebble Path will work. I just grabbed a melon mambo because I couldn't find what I was looking for. But I've got fresh freesia and I've got Highland Heather with me. So now I can actually do what I wanted to do. Oh boy. Don't mind me. Okay. So sometimes I told you before, sometimes these come with a film on them. So I'm just going to give it a bit of a scrub. That one's not very wet. Let's see, this one's a bit better. Okay. So, and I want happy. So I liked it. It just said happy note. So looking at it, they've got happy notes. So the word on the picture is notes. So I'm actually thinking, I've been playing with other things on this table. You're going to fit on there. No. Let's give this one a scrub. Just because it's new. That's not going to fit on there, I don't think. Oh, look, yes, bit of creative popping things down. Okay, so this is my card base. This is my card front. Let's put that to the side. What I'm going to do with my Highland Heather is I'm going to do some stamping off. So when I looked really closely, like I squinted my eyes at it, I looked really closely, I could see that there was flowers all over it. Now, it might be a bit difficult for you guys to see it because I know that the light's coming in quite brightly here. Now, why I'm doing it here is just because that's going to hide under my piece. So it really doesn't matter to me that there's a mess under there. Okay. So, but what I will do is while I'm here, I'm going to stamp my word happy on here. I'm thinking this ink pad's going to need some re-inking, to tell you the honest truth, because it's not very dark. But that's going to work for me. Okay, so there's my happy. And I'm actually going to use this Pebble Path because, hey, I can. Okay, so I am going to stamp these flowers on the corner here. And that's just going to be the inside of my card. So that needs colouring. This needs wiping, just so it doesn't get on the back of my envelope, which is not that piece. Okay, just to make that match. Okay, so I've coloured them with Pebble Path. Oh, that's what I forgot. And the reason why I've coloured them with I've done them with Pebble Path was not only because it was on the table. Oh, is Amanda watching? Okay. Is because you can actually colour any colour that you want with it. All right. I've set up my camera. I've been playing with my cameras, so they're all set up a bit funny. So I brought over some Stampin' Blends to go with all the colours that I have been playing with. So I've got a Highland Heather, but the colour in the paper was Fresh Freesia and not Highland Heather. So what's this one here? This is Fresh Freesia. So I'm thinking that I might do that as my main flower. This is the light one. But because it's the grey just complements the flowers as an outline rather than them being So you can actually have them. This one should be the dark version. That's the Highland Heather Dark. Here it is here. The fresh version. Rather than needing to then color it with what actually, like, so, because otherwise it's too hard to color in on the photopolymer stamps. So I'm just going to do some Highland Heather flowers here. And look, they remind me of, what is it, the yesterday, today's and tomorrow's. They're a Highland Heather colour, aren't they? Okay, so you don't have to be overly neat because they're blending together. Now, the pieces that the little pieces I'm using, they've got Pool Party in them. They've disappeared somewhere. So I could put a little bit of Pool Party in my leaves, but I brought Parakeet Party to the table because I thought Parakeet Party would make some really nice leaves. This one's the light. And you can see I'm not being overly fussy when I'm doing my neatness or not so neat. Just blend them together a little bit. Okay. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these ones here. I'm going to make these ones Pool Party. I know you don't get leaves this colour. Okay? But you know what? It doesn't matter. Because they'll match my bits of... So, looking at my piece of paper, I'm thinking these little guys need to be yellow. Now, I don't have the lemon lolly, I don't have a lemon lolly marker, but this is Daffodil Delight. I've got the dark and I've got the light of it over here. But I'm thinking that I might do a couple of these flowers that are on top in the dark one. And hiding under here, I've got the light one. And then I'll do the littler one, the ones further back in the lighter colour. What do you reckon? Now I've got to cut it out. Okay. So the Stampin' Up snips are way better. I was using, I resorted to some embroidery ones the other day, but the Stampin' Up snips are way better. So I'm just going to roughly cut her out. Okay. If Amanda's watching, she's going to have a hissy fit. She goes, yep, nah, I'm out because I don't do fussy cutting. And you know what? That's okay. She doesn't have to because there's plenty of stamp sets where the flowers are all cut out. So you could actually do this card with just about any stamp set. But as a scrapbooker, and Sharon's watching, she knows, I'm sure that this was on her list as well. Am I right, Sharon? There's something special about scrapbooking stamps. And this one was aimed, this one is perfect for us because you can just about get any event. It's even got lines so you can write, you do your journaling on it and all that sort of stuff. I mean, that's what I bought it for, but I haven't used it for one yet. We made some great, as a scrapbooking page last month that I couldn't use it on that because it just didn't work. The next one, I can't remember what the next theme is, but the next one that's coming up, I'm definitely going to use it on that. Yeah, I can't remember off the top of my head. I promised Sharon that I'd do the graphic. Yeah, I love fussy cutting too. I actually find it quite rewarding. I don't usually talk when I'm doing it, so we're going to sit at the club for a couple of hours tonight. That if anyone's watched the last couple of weeks, that badge drawer has not gone off yet. And I would hate to not be there and my name get drawn. That would be very bad. All right, so I fussy cut this flower. If you wanted to, if you're really feeling neurotic, you could actually fussy cut this flower here that's on the top as well, and stick it up. So, for example, let's do it. We've got a bit of time up our sleeve, haven't we? Where is that stamp? Okay, so if I'm just wanting that one, doesn't matter that nobody stamped properly then. I love how easy this is to clean up. All right, so we'll just cut this one out. Now, I know I've already coloured it, but if I wanted to, I used Fresh Freesia, didn't I? Yep. If I wanted to, I could actually colour this one again. All right. Let's use the brush end, it's faster. Done. Okay. And then if I fussy cut this bit, yeah, thought it'd be on your list. And I'm actually going to come in close so that I get my line. And you'll notice that I'm actually moving the piece of paper, not the scissors. The scissors are opening and closing, or closing essentially, opening when I get near the end. But this is where I've got to hold my tongue right. I find it so hard to talk and do this at the same time. Multi-skilling. Okay. So then can then be popped up so that it gives it a bit of dimension. So if you want to, you can actually colour in your envelope. I'm going to colour in on my inside piece. So what's happening in Stampin' Up world at the moment? We're almost halfway through Celebration. There's a leaf somewhere over here. Almost halfway through Celebration. I think that's a leaf there. And I've had one new team member join. Very welcome, my friend Lisa, to the team. Her kit's arrived, and I'm sure she's having some fun with it. Might just put a little bit of, make them a little bit lighter in the middle. Have you noticed that if you put a little bit of the other colour in the middle, it just seems to push the other bits away? All right. But yes, aside of that, so I've had lots of people getting their extra goodies, which is always good fun. So for every $90 that you spend, you can actually get some freebies. There's designer series paper, there's ribbon, there's embellishments, there's stamp sets, quite a lot of choice, okay, which is rather nice. Then, but if you join, you actually get more or less a double dip. So when you first join, you get the choice of the glass mat or an extra $50 worth of product, which is always a good deal. But then when you put your first order in, not only do you get to purchase things at a 20% discount, when you put your first order in, for every $90 that you spend of regular retail price, so not even a discounted price, you get some freebies as well. So it's like, to me, it's like double dipping. And I think it's great that we're able to do it. So let's see, we have the brush end. Good idea to think about, something really good to think about. So we're almost through January, and then next month is February, and February is the last month. So if you're sitting on the fence thinking about it, don't diddle. It's time to get a bit more serious. I do like these little ones. These ones are very easy to add a bit of colour to. Nearly missed that one. And yeah, feel free to join that. Let's see, how can I point to that? That little linky thing. Oh boy, it's really hard. That little linky thing there. The QR code will take you to my store, and once you're in the store, what it will do in there, I'm just going to pop this one on the inside. Once you're in the store, you can just click the join now button and it will automatically do it. And now, it never used to be like it, but now you get to use pictures, buy glue. Yeah, it's working. You now get to use it shows you pictures of what you're putting in your cart, so you can shop by picture, which is even better. So that's my inside. It was a bit crooked. I love the lines on the grid on the mat, make it so like I'm measuring from here to here to make sure that that's straight. Okay, this piece is going to go on here. Okay, so I'm not sure if you can see, that's just got a really fine, those flowers on there really finely. Okay, I'm hoping this works. Look, there's no such thing as a bad card, is there? Actually, yeah, there is. I've made some really, oh, okay, that one's getting up my nose. This one's newer, but I think yeah, it's got a bit of it's a bit blocked. I don't encourage you to do this, but I'm just going to stick my snips in there and pull out the glue. What do we call it? Glue snot. Because my take your pick tool is over on the other table. Got it. Okay. It's like it's a little bit of dried bit in the end. Now, I'm not going to leave it on my card because it will act like a bump. So just use a bit of a scrap and take that, and it can go straight in the bin. Ta-da, it's gone. All right. So make sure your card's sitting straight on your mat, because that makes it easier for you to line it up. Okay, now somewhere hiding under here, there they are. I've got all these guys. So, and I don't really want them to match. Some of stuck out about that way a bit. And you're out that way a bit. So essentially, that one looks like it lines right up, so we can't have that one. But I'm going to put an odd number on there. So, okay. So let's put this guy down first in the middle. And these are going down flat. Flat but crooked. Okay. don't want anybody to line up where they were before. Okay, that one's going that way. This one here. And that one there. Oh, look, here she comes.
Are you live or you record?
I'm live. That's why you're here, isn't it?
No, I came out to package up my lunch for tomorrow.
Say hi, Maeve. You have to crouch down.
Okay.
You're looking here, honey. All right.
Same
So,
difference.
yeah. All right. Maeve's back. Okay. So now this one, I'm making that card there. But what do you mean that's boring?
It is boring.
But I'm making it with these colours. Okay. So that's my mismatch. That's boring, she says. There's my happy. Now, on this table somewhere, I've got all of the Baker's Twine pack. So like, you know, you've got all your different colours. They're hiding under stuff. Oh, look what I found. My Take Your Pick tool's actually on the table. All right, so I need to put the word note on. So I'm going to put happy there. And then essentially my flower is going to sit up here. And this one's going to have a dimensional under it, just because it can. Okay. Make sure I get my stamens in the right direction. All right. Oh, I think it's looking pretty good, actually, Miss Maeve.
What?
It's boring, she says. Oh, I think that needs dimensionals. What do you reckon, everyone?
Yes.
Yep. My sister-in-law's dog's here, and he doesn't bark, she says. Oh, he doesn't bark. But can you hear that funny noise? That's him barking.
He doesn't use the things.
All right.
The doggy doors.
Okay, so make sure happy is working the right way. Maeve,
Yes.
Maeve's annoying me, everyone. She's putting dimensionals in my hair.
Well, they're going to end up everywhere anyway.
No. So, I think the leaves need to go at the top. So I'm going to have to put a dimensional under here. Oh, now everybody's going to bark.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll put a little bit of glue under here. Okay. Then what I'm going to do, just because I can. So I noticed that there's a bit of, they've tied a bit of twine around this piece here, but I'm just going to tie a bow, and I'm going to use a magic glue dot. So let's actually tie, I want just a bow. No, you know what I want? I want something a bit better. Let's have a bit of a loop thing happening. All right. And then just put that there. Let's make a knot with this. So I'm just making a knot. All right, so I've got a loop of thread, a big fat loop of thread, shove that through there, pull that tight. Okay. And tie it in a knot. So it's not really a bow, it's just some loops and some knots. Okay. But my scissors are not sharp because I've played with them with paper. But it looks like a bow. It looks like a nice, big, chunky bow. Okay. So we've got a glue dot here. That's why my glue's not stuck in it, because I leave the lids off them. Okay, and I'm sticking my knot on a glue dot. Okay, now with your take your pick tool, since I found it, I'm actually just going to shove it, and I should have, like by rights, I should have put it on first, but I didn't. So I'm just going to shove it underneath there. Now I'll trim these a little bit more with my not so sharp scissors. See, that one's pretty cool. And because my very happy looking card needs some bling, I played with these last week, the Purple Fine Shimmer Gems. Don't you just love them? I'm going to put some of these on it as well. Okay, just because I can. It's disappeared. And some of them are a little bit darker than others. Okay, so that's that. It's such pretty colours. I understand why my friend Cheryl absolutely loves purple when I do cards like this. It's not a colour that I go straight to. Now, we will need the word note. So I've got this piece here because the bits that I trimmed off the other bit aren't really thick enough. Now, because it's photopolymer, and which means we can see through it, I'll just pop that to the side. I'm just going to get a little piece of this. I need it to be less than 1 centimetre, so I'm just doing about 1/2 centimetre. I think that'll fit the word on it, and if it doesn't, just in case, I'll do it a little bit bigger, about 0.8 of a centimetre. So we'll see which one it fits on. Okay. All right. So it's really fine. It's in here, and it looks like it's got its notes. It's actually plural, but I'm not sending 2. I'm only sending 1. So what I'm going to show you is how there's a couple of ways you can ink this up. And look, I actually think it's going to fit on that really skinny little piece. So just put that out there. What I'm going to do is find somewhere on my table, where did I put Pebbled Path? There it is. Okay, so when you're inking it up, you can put a bit of tape on it, but it's so little. If you hold your tongue right and I'm just literally putting ink all the way to the E. So let's see how good I did. Probably really bad, actually. Nah, needs more ink. Turn it over, do the other side. Hold my tongue right. That looks a bit better. Happy note. Okay. So I just put the ink, I just left the S off. So, and now I can snip that like that. And let's flag it just a smidge. Just because we can. It is so tiny. So tiny. Needs to be flagged on both sides. Might have to do it again. Give myself a bit more room. Oh, the things we do. Yep, that's going to work. Now, I actually want to put that up on dimensionals. It is teeny tiny. I don't have any teeny tiny dimensionals on my table. So what I am going to do is, can't even see my big ones. Yeah, I developed some legs. Here they are. I'm going to use just a little piece. Now, you'll notice that there's some little tiny squidgy bits in here. So I'm just going to use, that's between the half bits. I'm just going to use that bit there. Okay. And there we have a happy note. One happy note to send out. Now you can color your envelope. Just be careful if you're coloring your envelope because the Stampin' Blends will go through. Okay, so that's all for today. Let me just turn you back to me just so you can see. So that's all I'm going to show you today. Fussy cutting I do love. I do love die cutting as well, but fussy cutting is, I don't need, do I have sound now? Let me just take that off. You don't need to see that. Okay, fussy cutting does, now Mum's ringing me. She should check first. Fussy cutting doesn't, you can do it with anything. So I am rather partial to it, but it's one of those things that it means that you don't need a die cut, you don't need a machine, you just need a really good pair of scissors. And our Stampin' Snips are really good pairs of scissors. So I do have more than one pair of them, I must admit. And they get a bit gummed up at times because I use them for everything. I use them to put on glue dots. I use them to put, whatever. So if they get gummed up, you can just clean them with an alcohol wipe, like the ones that the nurses use to clean your skin before they stick you with an injection or something like that. You can just buy them from the chemist. They're only a couple of cents each. Anyway, on that note, good to see you all. I will see you back here next Thursday. I don't think I'm working. Nope, I'm not working. So I will see you all back here next Thursday and we'll see what else we can do. If there's anything you want me to show you that I might have or a technique, just pop it in the chat and I'll come back and we'll revisit it, or flick me a message and say, I need to know how to do this. Do you want to play with that? So, yeah. Okay, toodaloo, everyone. I'll see you soon. Bye.